I've got a $500,000 riding on this Tesla event tomorrow, and in this video, I want to talk about why I'm bullish on the We Robot event, and more importantly, I want to share with you guys some fundamental things and specifics that I'm going to be looking for as an investor during the live stream tomorrow. Now, the first thing that I want to say is that if this event does not go the way that I want, I'm not going to be screwed. I have risked appropriately. I am more than fine about it. At the end of the day, I've been doing this for 9 years. I understand that I'm not going to win all of the time. You're going to see year to date, I'm up $2 million and I only have a 64% win rate. So I'm used to losing and I understand that that's a part of the game. But in this video, I'm going to share with you the exact things that I'm going to be watching for. In most cases, Tesla specifically is a sell the news event type of company. But I want you to first understand that this is not a normal event. What the company is looking to do is fundamentally change the way that it operates and more so the way that it generates revenue. Their ability to implement this robotaxi network into the company as well as full automated driving plus Optimus will make or break this company for sure. This is obviously very lucrative, very fruitful, but it's also very risky. And so they have to make sure that while they lay out this master plan, and it's not anything new, if you've been following this company fundamentally for the past decade, you know that this was the plan all along. It's just that Wall Street's finally waking up to it. But how they actually put pen to paper and implement on this is going to be very important. Now, the first thing that I'm going to be looking for is any type of new vehicle. Now, as of today, we have seen that they are going to be unveiling a cybercab, and that was my speculation that they were going to drop some sort of hardware. So whether that be a concept or an actual car, that there would be a smaller model vehicle for $20-something thousand that not only would potentially act as a cybercab, but that would also be that cheaper introductory model that could get somebody into the Tesla family. Because right now, people are obviously struggling with the fact that once you buy an electric vehicle, that the price of it is going to drop significantly, and that yes, you could buy a 2017 Model 3 for $20,000, but if you want to get into a new Tesla and you want all of the features, it's not going to be anywhere near that. So doing these two things could kill two birds with one stone. We could see that new model, and of course, that model would be the most realistic to run in a robotaxi network. You know, the last time we heard Elon really speak about this, he was saying how he thinks half of the robotaxi network in the future will be individual Tesla owners, and the other half will be from Tesla and their own fleet. Well, it seems that if you want to buy a Tesla and have the Tesla make money for you, then the most lucrative option would be to buy this $20,000 to $30,000 model so that you could put it on the taxi network. So far, we've seen mock-ups of that three-wheeled cybercab thing. And one of my thought processes is I wonder if they would go through and put steer-by-wire on something that small. I don't know if it would make sense, but you have to realize that with the Cybertruck, the ability for it to maneuver, now that they know how to do steer-by-wire, and now that they know that they can produce steer-by-wire at a big capacity, and then more importantly, that they can integrate FSD into steer-by-wire so quickly, that could make for something very interesting. Now, I highly doubt that last part because I don't know if that's more expensive. I don't see why they would try to put something that has such high engineering requirements into something like that, but who knows, especially if these are going to be driving through cities. Now, the second thing is obviously going to be demonstration of autonomous driving. So we know that everyday Tesla drivers and users such as ourselves, we understand what FSD can do. For those of you who have 12.5.5 end-to-end highway like I do in my Cybertruck, it's very, very good. And I think that your average person, just your everyday person, has no idea how far that has actually come. And now I will say that in the past 6 to 12 months, full self-driving has definitely made leaps and bounds. But I think that everyday people, and especially everyday investors, don't truly get how far this technology has come. Another thing we were talking a little bit about is Optimus. So imagine if we see that new cybercab driving through Warner Brothers, the classic background and all the movie trailers, and it rolls right through into the showroom where everybody is, pulls right up front, and an Optimus robot comes out with a pizza or something. Those types of integrations are basically ways to basically show off their autonomy and robotics capabilities. Now, from an actual business standpoint, and what I really personally want to see as an investor is their service model and how they plan to actually lay out the robotaxi network and how the company is going to make money from it. And more importantly, how long this is going to take. Ever since I started making Tesla videos about 5 years ago, everybody, when I was not a Tesla bull, because there was a point where I wasn't, because I was looking at it like a car company, because it was, I'm not going to lie, up until recently, I really do believe that it was a car company, is that everybody's been saying to me, it's a tech company, it's a tech company, it's a tech company. And while the stock was cratering, I was continuing to say that to myself. And while I saw the stock sitting around 170 and I saw all of this bullish accumulation, and then I saw how far along FSD was coming, and then I saw the fact that the robotaxi network could actually come and we could really switch into this idea of not just making money off of the cars, because that's not the point. That's not where we have strong net margins. The whole point is to get the cars down as cheap as they possibly can so that we can get them into the hands of drivers. One of the things is that obviously Elon and the company continues to make new cars cheaper, which plummets the used car market. And to most people, they might say, oh, that's crappy of Tesla. He knows that if you just get these cars into the hands of the public, the more people that have the cars, the more data that they can have, and the stronger the company will be. It's the same deal when it comes to Apple and the iPhone. Get the phone into the hands of the consumer so that they can eventually get stuck, so that we can eventually, put the hooks in them. Because once you have an iPhone, then you get an Apple Watch, and then your watch is worthless unless you have the phone, and then you get AirPods, then you get an Apple credit card, and the ecosystem eventually takes over. So if what Tesla wants is obviously more and more data to perfect and make FSD even better and eventually run their own robotaxi network, then it makes sense to get the cars into the hands of people as fast as possible. Well, going back to the service model approach, what the company would look more so to do is run from a software as a service model, or SaaS. And this is phenomenal because your margins are drastic. Through technology and through code is where billions are made. This is how you get the highest forms of leverage within business. You're not going to get a high form of leverage by actually manufacturing and building a car. You will get the leverage from building the car, putting it in the hand of the consumer, and then charging them $99 in perpetuity. That's how you become a $1 trillion company, especially when that person can then go put it on the robotaxi network and make money off of it. And the last thing that I'm going to be looking for is potential partnerships. A lot of people have been talking about Uber, but I'm even thinking to myself, different companies that many people don't think about, potentially Domino's. Imagine if we get to the point within 12 to 24 months, because Domino's is basically begging people to not order delivery pizza and to please come in and pick it up. I think they even give you $5 off your order if you come and pick it up yourself. So imagine at Domino's, they're just pumping out pizza. They're able to load it up into these trucks or give them to an Optimus robot, and the Optimus robot is the person who delivers the Domino's to you. I have no idea how or what these partnerships will be, but that will definitely be something that will be moving the stock after hours and pre-market on Friday. Let me know what you guys think and what you're looking for within this event tomorrow. As always, guys, thank you for all of your support, and we'll see what happens.